Here we go. All right. So it's recording now. It's good.
Awesome. Hey!
Hey, welcome to the Lowlight podcast.
Thank you.
So introduce yourself, if you don't mind.
Hey, so my name's Arli Suarez. I do a little music here and there. That's all I got. I don't know how to introduce myself.
That was great. That was great, actually. So I'm gonna see. I want to be that podcast that ask those questions that most people don't want to ask. So I'm just gonna ask something personal. What made you want to make music? What got you into
Perfect.
it?
That's actually a really awesome question. So I've been just kind of singing my whole life. Ever since elementary school through high school, I've been in my school choir and been in groups that I had to audition for, like vocal ensemble and Mount Hope. Shout out
Dang.
Mount Hope.
Hey.
Yeah. So I really love singing, and I just love listening to music that just makes me feel something. Like Bozzy. Oh my goodness, Bozzy is my life right now.
Yeah.
Shout out Bozzy.
Yeah.
But I never knew I wanted to make my own music. Obviously, everyone wants to make their own music, you know what I mean? But I never thought I would actually do it, or actually want to enough where I would put time aside and go to a studio and stuff. So just last year, pretty much. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna tell you the story of what happened.
Oh no, it's fine. It's
cool?
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So I lived in Rhode Island my whole life. Well, not technically. So I was born in Uruguay in South America.
Rhode
That's
Island.
right next to Argentina for people who don't know. And then when I was 4, my family and I moved here. My mom, dad, and one of my brothers. And we lived in Rhode Island until I was 18. And then I moved up to Framingham, Massachusetts. That's right next to Boston. For college. I'm at Framingham State University. Shout out Framingham State. And I just met a friend. His name's Justin. And he introduced me to one of his friends who has a studio. And I went. And I was like, wouldn't it be super cool if I wrote a song and came here and recorded it? But I did. And I ended up enjoying the process a lot, and they ended up enjoying the song, so they just kept inviting me, and now I'm part of their label, Myron Studios.
That's cool. That's
here
cool.
we are.
That's lit. That's lit for real. I can't believe it that's the thing, man, it just happened. It's almost like it's supposed to happen, right? Sometimes
Exactly.
That's cool the way it happened.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, it just feels so meant to be. I know that's really cheesy to say, but I could have gone anywhere for school, but I chose Framingham, which is big on the music scene, which I had no idea about because I'm going to college for psychology because I want to do
that's cool.
Yeah, I want to do counseling or research, anything really. I don't even know. It's such a huge field. I can go into anything, but I don't know, it's just crazy. That's why I stuck with it, because when I first started, that's the thing, singing in a choir is different than singing solo. So my whole life I've been trained to not have an individual voice and make sure my voice sounds good with other people and blend it well with other people. So this past year has really been a kind of a really hard journey for me to find my voice and find my individual style and work on my voice too, because choir singing is very different than solo singing in that aspect too, just different notes and different styles and stuff. So it's just been a really crazy journey, and it's only been a year that I've been just practicing with my voice. So
that is so awesome. I love how you're just so open about it too, able to come on a podcast and talk about your journey, no matter how hard it is or how easy it is. That's something I respect most people for, just being able to just talk about their journey, even if it's good or bad, so another question.
Yeah, I definitely knew going in that it was going to be a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, another question I have is, don't you think sometimes in life there's curveballs that get thrown at you? Have you ever had a moment where a curveball was thrown at you and you're like, fuck this, I want to quit? I
Oh
just want to
yes.
give. You have? Yeah. See, I have too, and I didn't quit, and you didn't quit either. You're still here, but isn't it crazy how some people actually make the decision to give up? Like,
Yeah.
have you ever see me? I've never judged someone. I've never judged someone for doing that. But don't you think it's like crazy that people give up so quick? Like,
Yeah, definitely. I really think that it's crazy, and I just think that it's unfair to themselves too. Because if you give up, that's
yeah,
100% failure right there.
yeah,
I mean, failure is what you consider yourself. Maybe you quit because it just wasn't for you, and it just wasn't making you happy. So that's not a failure on your part.
yeah,
But if you quit for like emotional reasons, like insecurity, or you're scared, or you feel like you might never make it, you just give up.
yeah.
I don't know. That's not really fair because some people take 10 years and then they blow up. You know, like
Yes, that's
Brazil,
true.
her, her song blew up right now, and she released that song in 2017. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah.
But
Wait, what's it
she
called?
released that in 2017, and she said that she was gonna give up because she said that's the best song she's ever written and nobody cares.
What's it called?
And now here she is, huge. So I just don't think you should give up. If you feel it, and you know there's no other reason why you should give up besides your own head telling you to give up, then you know don't do it because you never know. Everything takes time. You know, nothing's supposed to be fast. If you're lucky, it'll be fast, but it takes work.
That's true. Like people, have you ever thought about the future? Like thought about how fast? Like let's say you have a goal, right? Because I can't ask you and sit here and say, when do you think you're gonna make it? In your head, or you may believe you've already accomplished every goal you know, reached. But have you ever looked forward and said, okay, I have these goals for myself. I'm gonna set up these goals and get here. Have you ever looked that far ahead, or is it like a day by day? I go to the studio, I try to write the best song I can make. I put my passion into what I'm doing right now in the now, and I'll worry about the future later. So which side is it?
So for me, it's a little bit of both. Personally, I have to have both. Only because if I'm not looking at, if I'm not dreaming pretty much, I got a dream, right? I'm a dreamer. So, you know, I just envision myself like being on stage, sold out arenas, you know, jamming out with everyone, just having a great time, people loving my music and all that stuff. But realistically, I have to realize that might be 10 years down the road. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to be humble with yourself. You know what I mean? No matter how talented you are, no matter how, you know, beautiful you are, whatever. You can't if you can dream big, but if you actually expect your dreams to come true in that way, that's really gonna tear you down.
And that's gonna make you like, yeah.
Not happen.
That's gonna make you quit.
It's gonna make you want to give up.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's true.
So realistically, I just like to focus one song at a time. I browse for beats, and then I find something that I kind of like start freestyling, like a little melody here and there. And then if I connect with it, then I just focus on that song and I finish it. I get some ideas. I put it away when I run out of ideas, because if I write when I'm out of ideas, I just go back the next day and erase all of it. So I write as much as I can and then let it go. And then when something comes up again in my mind, with some creativity, some inspiration, I go back into it and keep writing it again. But I've written, I wrote one song called Your Girl last month. That's my first song that I released. Before that, I wrote maybe 3 songs, and that was really when you asked me before about if I ever had any curveballs. That was really the time when I was thrown a big curveball. I mean, I started last year, so I mean, obviously, like I knew that it was coming, but just the songs that I've written before, I just didn't think they were good enough, obviously, because they were my starting songs. You know, nobody writes their first song, and it's, you know,
amazing,
magic,
amazing,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I just felt really insecure, and I didn't really think I was meant for it, and I didn't think I could get anywhere. And some people were telling me that I should stick to songwriting and not singing, and that like hurt my feelings. but like, you know, I have to realize that people, if, you know, I have to value people's honesty and their feedback, and if they tell me something I don't like, then I can either like be like, oh, this person's an a-hole, or you know, I can actually take in consideration like what they think from their outside perspective, and I can, you know, work on it. So I started working on my voice a lot, started not writing as much music. I made a YouTube channel called Carol Owns It.
Hey.
And that's really where I just started singing covers and practicing my voice and everything, and then I jumped into writing my music.
Ooh.
Once I felt comfortable with my voice again.
That's cool.
And that's that. I didn't give up. I wanted to really bad. Like I would cry at the studio sometimes. I would go home after the studio and cry. But you know, and you have to stick through it, right? Nothing's easy, especially making music.
Yeah,
right?
music is very, very difficult. But for some reason, most people think you're just... If you have a good voice, it seems so easy to someone who doesn't have a voice, right? They just look at... They're like, oh, look at her. She could just have it come out her mouth. I bet her life's easy, you know? No. You have to practice. You have to... Whether you're going to a voice teacher or you're just practicing on your own, and you have to get the runs right. You have to make sure it has a cadence with the actual instrumental when you record. And then you have to go and master the track. Like, but most people just... It's so easy for people to say certain songs suck too. You know, they look at a hit song and say, I can't believe that garbage got, you know, big. Like, but it's like, can you do it though? That's what I like to say. But taking people's criticism is good, but at the same time, some people do come at you with malicious intent. Just because. Have you ever had that happen before? But you still took it as criticism?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you know, I call them hate comments because they're just on there to hate, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, on my YouTube comments, you know, sometimes I get a person or two that's like, oh, this isn't good, or maybe you should. Sometimes I do like ukulele covers, so they're like, maybe you should stick to playing ukulele instead of singing. And it's like, okay, you didn't have to be so harsh. Like, okay, like I'm sorry you didn't like this cover, and I'm sorry that you felt the need that you had to be so, you know, like.
Well, let me say this.
Mean to me, you know what I mean? But like, you know, you also have to take it in, you know, and you have to realize, okay, well, what could I have done differently? You know, don't do it in a way that's going to be toxic for you, like, because you can't please everyone, you know? Like, even Michael Jackson had haters. Like, you can be the biggest of the biggest, and still not everyone's going to like you, you know? It's
going to be problems either way. It's like, it's weird, actually. It's actually weird that it's like almost the whole world could love you, and it's always gonna be that 1 or 2% that's just like, fuck you, man. I hate you. And I've had so much experience with YouTube comments because of my YouTube channel, and it's just like, when I look at it, it's like, wow. I mean, I go, people actually take their time out of the day to say these crazy things. I've heard some crazy stuff in comments, and my thing is, I hope it doesn't let you down. And it seems like it doesn't. It seems like it doesn't really bother you that much in a way.
So at first it did, because I also wasn't really good at like constructive criticism, because I was always like, well, like, I know what I'm doing and you don't know, and you know, it just always kind of hurt my feelings when people had something to say that wasn't exactly a positive message. But, you know, I started realizing that it's going to be everywhere, you know, and as long as what I post makes me happy, then that's all I can do, right? It's not everyone's going to like it, and I just have to be okay with it. It's still, sometimes it gets me down, but, I mean, what can you do? What can you do?
Why do you think YouTube got so toxic why do you think in a way that it has that toxicity? Is it because there's always going to be someone that doesn't like you on, or anywhere, like in the world, that it just carried over there? Like, I always wondered that. It's weird.
I just think that it's just so easy to say anything that you want, and nobody's gonna know who you are. And it's just so easy to tear people down just to make yourself feel better, honestly. And honestly, that's why I think they do it, because they don't really consider the other person's feelings, or maybe they've been insecure about this like so badly, and then you say that one thing through a comment just to be mean for no reason, just to make yourself feel better, and then that might trigger that person just to, give up on what they're doing, or be depressed or anything. So these people just really don't take into consideration like what the other person might be going through on the receiving end, or just like their insecurities, their feelings. They're just there just to be.
That's just how it is, but it's crazy. Also, I have another question. So, you're a gamer.
Kinda.
Do you sing while you play Fortnite?
No. So I'm not. All right. So I'm not like a gamer per se, but I also don't suck at video games. Like, I've never been like much to play video games. Like, sit down and like spend hours and hours and months.
See, that's me. I do that. It's insane, but I love it though.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I envy you guys sometimes, because you guys can just sit down for hours and just play, and that's so good. Like, that's so much practice.
Yeah.
But I get like impatient. Like, I can't do it, and I want to do it, but I started playing with my brothers. I started playing like FIFA on PlayStation. Like, 1 or 2 years, crazy years ago, and then I really like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is awesome. It rocks. World War II is my favorite. So good.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so good.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And then I started playing Fortnite, and that's been the game that I've played the most. I've spent so much money on it. I get the battle pass every time.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's fun. Even if you're not like particularly good, it doesn't keep you from having a good time. Like, you just jump in and just build, play around, shoot. Like, it's awesome. I think it's good for like anybody to play.
But also, like, at the same time, I love playing it so much because, like you said, anyone can pick it up and have fun with it, but not everyone, in my opinion, not everyone can pick it up and play.
That's the thing.
Because it's like the first game that has building in it, like this whole other thing that no other game has done before.
Yeah, you can build forts and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, you gotta do everything. And honestly, like, that's like one of my things, like, when I show up, because I don't look like I play video games, right?
That's true, but I don't discriminate, because I've met like girls that like you would never think are game, and they beat me in a game, and I'm like, oh my god, damn. Yeah, I'm like, damn,
like,
girl, okay.
So I just show up somewhere, and they're playing Fortnite, and I'm like, oh, like, let me try and playing, and then I just like, bam, getting kills, and they're like, oh my god, I had no idea. And I'm like, well, that's me. I play here and there.
See, that's cool. And okay, so you're not a gamer, but you play video games, and you're not that bad at it, and you're a singer. It seems like you've got many other talents. I would ask, what's a secret talent that you have? Like something crazy, like you can paint like a picture of an exact person or something. What kind of other talents do you have?
I'm a beast at tennis.
Really? I play tennis too.
Beast.
You could probably beat me at tennis. But if we ever play tennis, that would be cool. If we do.
All right, it's on, man. In high school, honestly though, it's crazy because like I played a little tennis. I've always been very athletic. Because I have 2 older brothers, and right now they're 33 and 31. So when I was little, they were, preteens and teens. So I always played sports with them, played soccer, because we're from Uruguay. So soccer is huge. Right next to Argentina, it's the soccer fucking country. It's so lit. So we played soccer. I'm not the best at soccer, not gonna lie, but pretty good at basketball. I can throw a mean spiral.
Oh, you can play basketball? Ooh, okay. I see you.
I can throw a mean spiral. I can, oh my God, all my friends, if you ask my friends, they'll be like, yeah, this girl like out throws me. Like, I just love playing sports. I love being outdoors.
You know how big it is for a dude to even admit that? They'd probably be like mad if they had to.
Yeah, and like I was talking myself up the whole time because like I think for the July 4th weekend I went up to Connecticut to a lake house with a bunch of my guy friends, and I was like talking myself up the whole time like, when we play football, I'm gonna outthrow you like my six spiral. You better watch out. And we're like, oh yeah. We get to the lake and we just start tossing around the football and they're like, oh no, and she hasn't missed a single spiral, man. I'm like,
Nay, I might have to reconsider playing basketball with you if I ever get the chance. But no, tennis and basketball, I'm probably gonna lose both.
Nah, you're gonna kick my ass at basketball for sure. I haven't played since high school.
How tall are you? Depends.
I'm 5'6.5" ish.
Okay, so I'm 5'11".
So like decent height. Yeah.
So I'll probably Nah. Fortnite I could probably win, but not basketball. Soccer I'm pretty good at because I was forced to play.
Yeah, you'll kick my ass at that for sure.
Yeah, but besides all that, I have another question. Who are your favorite artists? Like give me some now and some all-time artists. Give me the ones you listen to now, and then the ones that are like your all-time artists. Like you go back and listen to them all the time.
Okay, so artists that I listen to now, I'm gonna have to say Taylor Swift, but
Taylor Swift is actually pretty decent though. She's actually pretty good. So hey. I started being her legit fan because who doesn't like Taylor Swift? You know, like I always like Taylor Swift, like 22 and Love Story and all those. Like those are all classics, right? Even my homies from the hood love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, everyone loves Taylor Swift, man. Yeah. But it wasn't until she dropped her Reputation album that I really I love that album so much. I went to her concert in Gillette Stadium, sold out. It was just the best experience I've had.
It's a song on there that I love so much. It's a song on there that I love so much. I wish I remembered the name. I think it is Reputation. Reputation.
Ready for it?
Huh?
Ready for it? How does it go? You know a little bit of it?
Damn, I need to find that song. It's so like good.
Upbeat or like mellow?
It's like mellow, kinda.
Is it Delicate?
Delicate, I like that song too. But there's another one on there that I can't stop listening to right now. Huh?
Endgame with Future?
Yes, Endgame. Yeah, that shit was amazing. I was like, wow, this is actually really good. And I listen to Future like all the time. Like I have all the albums. Like I listen to them religiously. But damn,
have you heard Ed Sheeran's new album?
I have not yet, but I've heard that he had a song with Justin Bieber recently, and it was good. And then I heard that he has a song with, who is it? It's another person he made.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, but he's been dropping like a lot of good music lately.
I'm not like a big Ed Sheeran fan, but this
album
slaps.
You said you're not a big... Okay, so you didn't like the album X by Ed Sheeran? Did you like a couple of songs?
I liked it, but only a couple of songs. I didn't download the album, and I wasn't like, Ed Sheeran. I was just like, okay, he's got an amazing voice, but I gravitate more towards something with a beat, not so much acoustic music. Kind of like I steer towards pop, but with R&B influences. So there's like the hi-hats in the back and the bass, but it's still like a pop melody. You know what I mean? Kind of like Bozzy. Bozzy is a perfect example. He really is giving me so much life right now. Like I can't even explain to you. Every single song that he drops just shakes me. It's so good. So good.
I need to hear your music too. I never heard your music.
So I have one song released. Okay. It's called Your Girl. It's available everywhere.
Okay. I Hey, make sure you tell them that. Make sure you tell them that in the podcast. Like, this is available everywhere. Y'all need to go get it right now. No, seriously. You guys need to go get it. Like, I'm not even joking. You might as well, like, unsubscribe. This podcast ain't for nothing. Go get it.
If you haven't heard the song, unsubscribe right now and subscribe when you've heard it.
I'm willing to risk it. You know what I mean? But
it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It's a very, very like chill song. Great for the beach. That's why I tell everyone, like, it's an awesome summer song. Like, roll your windows down at nighttime. Just play it. It'll make you feel good. You know, I really like my song. It's very, I don't know how else to put it. It's about a feeling that I had a couple months ago, and I just put it on paper.
Yeah. So here's the thing. All right, so you've told me a lot of quick details about you and how you got into music.
Yep.
So, do you have a person that you particularly look up to when you make music?
So, if you're asking like inspiration-wise, like if I get inspiration for my music, I'm gonna have to say a solid no, because I mean, I guess maybe like I don't know, I wouldn't be able to pinpoint it down to anyone. I just kind of hear the beat and I hear a melody in my head and I just put some lyrics on it. I'm not really being inspired by anyone.
You're being inspired by yourself. The way you're making it sound,
yes.
You're like, inspiration comes from your head.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, and from
good.
The beat gives me a lot of inspiration.
That's
like
good.
It kind of like talks to me. Like I hear it and I hear like what it's trying to tell me, and then I just write down that melody. Because like I said, when I first start writing a song, I hear the beat and then I start freestyling like the melody, and then I freestyle a couple of lyrics, and then basically that's where I usually get like the most feeling that the beat is giving me, and I just keep going from there. But I really, really, really look up to, and you asked me before, like all-time favorite artists.
Yeah.
This is one of them. It's Justin motherfucking Bieber. He is the man.
You know what's crazy? I actually love Justin Bieber, but a lot of dudes used to make fun of me because of it. But they gave him a hard time, man. They did. And the paparazzi still giving him a hard time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been his fan since he was singing YouTube covers.
Yeah.
Okay, like I didn't even know it. Okay.
I didn't even know about him until Believe. Like, that's when I became a fan. Believe is when I became a fan. I was like, this guy is good. Like, I don't care.
That is the best album.
Like, that was when his talent was undeniable. You know what I mean? Like, people, even people who hated him was like, you know, that song kicking. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Like, his song Boyfriend would come on the radio, and people that I knew didn't like him would be like, yeah, all right. And then I'd be like, you know who this is, right? This is Justin Bieber. And then they'd be like, oh, well, I don't like it anymore. And it's like, okay, you can't do that.
That's not cool. That's not cool. You can't just, like, jump, you know? Like, but I get it. People do that.
Own it. Accept it.
Accept that he has talent. Because if you listen to it and you like it, don't change up. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. I mean, you should really look at his YouTube covers, because there's this one YouTube cover that I fell in love with. I think I was 9 years old at the time. This was 2009, so I was 11, and he uploaded a cover, a Chris Brown cover, With You. And
I did hear that one. I did hear that.
That was the cover that blew him up. And I remember like showing my mom that cover like every day. Like, I was obnoxious.
Yeah.
But and then you know, a couple months go by, whatever. And then there's this song called One Time by Justin Bieber, and I'm just on like YouTube, like listening to it, like, yeah, this song slaps. Already, I was like 11 years old, like, yeah, this song slaps, right? And then I show my mom, and my mom's like, oh, that's the guy from the cover. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, that's the guy who sings With You. And I'm like, oh no, it is. And ever since then, I've been such a big fan. So big. Like my walls were covered in all of his pictures. And he's honestly like a great example to draw from. Like especially like dealing with so much hate. Like he got earlier you were asking me about how
he got hate for no reason.
Comments. He's just so undeniably talented, and having so many people hate on him just because he was a little boy who sounded like a little boy, you know what I mean? Like, it's just absurd to me. He was 15, 16, having the whole world hate him for nothing, you know? So, it's just really, that really, like, showed me, like,
but when he dies, though, everyone's gonna say they love him. When he dies,
exactly.
They're just, I think it goes to show that you should never care what people think anyway. I struggle with this a lot. I don't know if you ever struggled with caring what other people had to say.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah. I used to struggle with that. And once I found that thing that I loved, and I was like, you know what? I'm either going to die caring what people got to say about me and never fulfilling, you know, my soul, never really having a closing on my story, or I'm gonna actually do whatever the hell I want, and whether people hate me or not, at the end, hopefully, I see what I wanted. I get to where I want to be. But
exactly.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like I can release a song and nobody likes it, but you know what? I released a song.
Exactly. And if you like it, that's all that matters.
Who else can say that? Not a lot of people, right?
That's true. There's tons of people in the world who can't. I mean, I'm sure people will try to release a song, but they can't release a song that's good, you know? Like, I have a feeling your music's good. I have a feeling, and I haven't even heard it yet. So
You'll like it. You'll like it.
Okay.
It's very R&B.
See, that's
a little pop in the background.
See, I like R&B and pop. I like that. So
perfect. Yeah, I'm really not trying to stick to like a specific genre though. My next song that I'm working on right now is more of a Ariana Grande, like fast-paced style.
Oh.
I'm not really sure.
Oh,
okay.
So
I'm just trying to do different things, find my style, find music that, you know, speaks to everyone. You know, I'm not trying to make a song and then make another song that sounds just like it, then make a song that sounds just like the other one. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, you know, make different sounds. So when people listen to my EP or my album, there's a song for everyone. You know.
And you're like taking your time and just putting your love and soul into it. You're just like taking your time. You're not, you know, trying to just put out something just to put out something, because there's a lot of people doing that. I mean, for example, YouTubers. They're just doing, I don't know where they're going with this, but hey, whatever, you know. But
totally. Yeah, I gotta take my time because, you know, I unfortunately am a perfectionist. I say unfortunately because it's really draining to, you know, try to make everything so perfect, and it's honestly kind of like a downer for my self-esteem because perfection is not real most of the time.
That's true.
Especially on my skill level. You know, I'm new at this, so I can't be expecting perfection. So it really like puts a downer on things sometimes, but on the flip side, it shows that I really care about what I'm doing and what I'm releasing and what I'm putting into my craft, and making sure that, you know, every word is what I want, you know, and every note is what I want, you know. So it's good and it's bad.
True. So I have another question, and I hope this question isn't like, all right, so this question is very, very different. I don't know if anyone's ever asked you this question. Have you went in your head before and thought about...
Have I what?
Have you went in your head before and thought about like every different life you could have possibly had except your life? Like, have you thought about so many different scenarios? Like, we're talking about some Doctor Strange stuff, like 14 million different chances type shit. Because I just want to know, because I feel like I'm a weird person. Because that's what I do. Like, I will run through my brain. Oh, I could have been a garbage. I could have been this. I could have been that. I could have been this. Like, I think in my head and I go, wow, how awesome is it that I chose to go this path, but I could have been anything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, honestly, you are speaking my language. I believe in the butterfly effect so much. Like, I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, how one little thing can have such a big impact on something in your life, right?
It's true.
Like, dead ass. I worked at the paper store like 2 years ago, and then they just cut my hours because they were getting in trouble for giving so many people so many hours.
Yeah.
So it was nothing on my part, but I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. So I went to AMC, and that's where I met Justin, who showed me the studio. Like, are you kidding? What if they didn't cut my hours? Would I have ever went to AMC and met Justin?
That's what I'm talking about. Like, people don't understand. It's like, it's only gonna happen once if it does, and it's gonna.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, you have control. I don't know. I'm not really that religious. I don't know if you are, but I do believe in somehow the universe like has a way of speaking to you with things and how the world works. Like, it has a way of saying, like, it slaps your hand in some way. I can't explain it, but it's like something just goes over you and like slaps you mentally on the hand. Like, hey, stupid, this path, you know? Has that ever, like, have you had that feeling? And it does seem a bit narcissistic. It can, but to a certain extent, if you do believe that the universe goes a certain way, it could possibly like steer you in a certain direction, like without you even knowing it. Right?
Yeah, so I hear you. Once again, you are speaking my language. I think about this all the time. I'm not necessarily religious, not because I don't want to, but just because I have no idea what's out there. So how I can't believe in one thing when I know that there could be hundreds of other things to believe in. But I do believe that there is a higher power. I just don't know what it is. Like, it could be a creator for simulation. Like, I
you have
no idea.
Good. There is always something higher on the scale.
Definitely. There has to be, right?
Sometimes
I believe that we might be the higher power. Because if you think about it, we're just so intelligent. Like, we are above animals.
Yeah, we're so, like,
right?
It's
not
crazy.
In the sense of like nature, because we're ruining the planet and all that, but more a sense like maybe they look up to us as their gods, you know? And have you ever thought about that we could be the gods, you know?
We could be.
I do believe that we. Yeah, and we are part of the universe. Like, we are the universe.
Yeah.
So I really, really do believe that the universe does speak to us all. You just have to be willing to recognize it, hear it, like, believe in it, like anything. But whenever things aren't going right in my life and I know it, I stop seeing numbers like 222, 333, 444. When things are going right, that's all I'll see. Like, I'll look at the time randomly. I'll pick up my phone randomly. 3:33. You know?
Yeah.
And that's when I know, like, all right, everything's back on track, and everything does get back on track. But when there's moments in my life where I'm just like, this isn't where I'm supposed to be, this isn't the person who I'm supposed to be with, or anything like that, I stop seeing those numbers. And that's when I know, I'm like, okay, I gotta get things back on track.
All right, so I have another question. This is a bit personal. Have you ever had a relationship or a friendship that you felt held you back and it was hard to let them, like, just, it was hard to move forward? Have you ever been in that type of situation?
Thank you so much for asking, because this is what the next song is about.
This is insane. That's crazy. Perfect timing.
Yep. I know, right? It's like, you know all the questions to ask.
Well,
no, but for real, I have, it's still really recent, so I'm gonna push back and not be too personal about it, just because to spare the other person's feelings if they do happen to hear this. But
Of course.
all in all, it was a growing experience for both of us. And I got what I needed to get out of it, because I believe that everybody comes into your life for a reason.
That's true.
You just have to find it, even if they seem like that person is just gonna destroy your world. But if they're in your life, you have to find that meaning, right?
Yeah.
So I got what I needed out of that person. That person really pushed me and inspired me to make a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
For my covers, to help me with my voice, and really gave me the courage and the inspiration to do so. And then, you know, it was hard letting go, because you get stuck on all of that, and you care for this person so much, and it just sucks to feel that you just don't want this person in your life anymore. But, you know, you got to push those people out, because there comes a time when if you don't feel like you want this person in your life anymore, it's only going to tear you apart even more, you know?
Yeah.
So I got what I needed out of it. The person hopefully got what they needed out of it, and then you move forward. And then you release a song about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy, because I was in a relationship as well. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I wasn't even able to game, or I wasn't able to stream, upload videos, and, you know, it's not my full income yet, but it's part of my income. And it just, the fact that I wasn't able to do it because I was trying to make someone else happy really, really depressed me. You know, they made me feel like I shouldn't be playing video games. But I was like, I don't care what this looks like to anybody. Playing video games, reacting to videos, whatever I'm doing, or doing this podcast, I shouldn't feel alienated from something I love to do. You know?
Exactly. And if there's a person in your life who doesn't see eye to eye on the things that you want to do and the things that are important to you, then that's when you should really start realizing, like, hey, maybe this isn't the best person to be around, because if they're not going to push me to be my happiest, you know, if I'm making that person happy and they're not making me happy, you know, it goes both ways, you know, so, yeah.
That's the thing, too. I think most people choose to accept their life the way it is. I think for a minute I almost did. Like, I almost accepted the fact, like, oh, maybe I should listen to this person. Maybe I should go get a real job. Maybe, you know, like, I would create things in my head, and I would deny the problem and just say, oh, it's okay. This is how relationships are supposed to be. Yeah, it's just like, it's crazy. And if anything, I hope people watch this podcast and understand from both our perspectives. Don't let anyone get in the way of what you're trying to do. If there's arguments about what you're trying to do, if they're not even willing to let you do it yourself, because it takes a lot of not only self-love, but a lot of love for the next person in a relationship, and say, you know what, I think you should do that. Even if you state, hey, I don't necessarily know what you're doing or how you're going to get there, but at least I'm here to support you no matter what. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah. I think that's
like, there's a difference. Yeah, like, there's a difference between caring and being realistic about certain things. Like, hey, like, I know you want to do video games, but maybe you should also, like, get a job on the side, you know, like, there's a difference between doing that and saying you're gonna go nowhere and you should stop doing this and be real. Because what is real?
Exactly.
You know, like, tell me to be real, but what is real? Like, and maybe in 2 years I'm gonna be a millionaire, and you told me to get a job instead, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And the crazy part, it's sad, you know, because I work at a hospital with old people. That's been my gig for like a while. Like, I never really quit.
That's cool.
And like, now that sometimes I ask myself, am I selfish, or do I think I'm some big shot because I want to keep pushing this stuff I'm already doing that's finally getting somewhere? Because for a while it's getting like 0, nothing. And it's like, it's crazy. It's like, you're looking at it and you're like, wow, as soon as I leave from work, I just want to get on my computer and get things going. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
do you have that kind of passion? Like, I don't know. you probably don't work. I don't know if you work. Maybe you do. But, or when you get out of school, whatever you're doing, do you like, when you're not busy, go all in on that music and just go boom, 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 because it gives you something to strive for? Like, you just love it. Like, you're just, I gotta do this. I gotta get it out of me today. Like, I gotta do this.
So, I do actually work. I work at Domino's. I'm the manager there.
Yeah.
I do some delivery driving too. I'm trying to get into a psychology job, something to start myself up, because that's, my plan B, because I do love psychology as well. So, if music doesn't get anywhere, then I will have psychology to fall back onto, which I love as well.
Yeah.
What was the question? Oh, okay. So honestly, I wish I could go all in with music, but what I've learned from doing that is I have to wait till I feel inspired. Yeah. And that's when I just go all in. Like when I have that feeling, like when I'm at school and I hear somebody say something, or I finally put my feelings to the right words that sound well as lyrics too. I just write it down, and then I just spend all day thinking about it, and then I go right home, and then I find a beat, and then I start writing that, but I can't do that every day, because I just have to wait until the inspiration strikes, or else I'm just gonna look back on it and be like, nah, okay, like it's fine, but I'm not gonna do anything with this,
Yeah.
But what I do love doing that with singing though. Like I'll just get in my car and just blast my music and just sing along to music. That's honestly like there's nothing I love more than just singing, just along to my music. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's lit. That's lit. Okay.
Yeah,
that's lit. I'm sorry, I always make that voice. It's like a voice thing. It's a silly voice I always make. Oh my God. Like I was listening to the song last night. I was like, okay, lit, okay. Now, there's this guy in my job. He's so hilarious. His name's Shannon. And he goes, every time we like get the like fruit salads ready for the old people, he's like, bam, bam. But it's so cool. It's so cool, man. Dude, all right, I do have a couple other questions, but this may be the last one. So,
okay.
All right. Have you ever been in a situation where someone made you feel uncomfortable in terms of, like, let's say this podcast, right? How can I explain this? Have you been in a situation where someone only was trying to be around you because of your talent or because they want to see what you can offer? Has that ever happened to you?
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. I'm still way too new to this to have people, like attached to me like that and attracted to me in that way. I hope in the future I will definitely have. I mean, yeah, sure. I do have like people that go to the studio that look up to me, and I look up to those people as well. Yeah. It's kind of just mutual. And I have some people who used to do music or have listened to my music, and they're just like, oh, like, you're so great, this is so awesome, like, keep going. But I haven't had anyone make me feel uncomfortable with it, not yet anyways. I feel like, honestly, if or when that does happen to me, I'll kind of feel like really good about myself, like, okay, like, this person's using me, like, for my talent and all that.
Yeah.
So...
Are you still sick or anything? Like, are you feeling better and stuff? Like.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally fine. We had a heat wave, and I think that's just what did it. Like, I just felt so drained, and like my nose was stuffy, and like my throat hurt. But I think it was just a heat wave. Like, I'm all good. All right. I like barely get sick, so if I do get sick, it lasts like 3 days or something.
But yeah, we gotta play Fortnite.
Yeah, we gotta play Fortnite. To be real with you, I haven't played in like a couple of weeks, so I don't know. Like,
it's good. Like,
I don't expect too much, but like, we're just here to have a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wouldn't even expect anything extraordinary or anything. It's just all about having fun. That's
all
what it's all
about
about.
having fun.
And being chill. Man, this went a lot better. I was actually nervous at the first part, but it actually
No, don't be nervous.
Like, it went better than I thought. I was like, man, I don't know what this person like. I say one wrong question, they might snap out.
No way. There's no wrong question. Like, people are, like, if you're curious, like, I'll tell you, you know what I mean? It's really no big deal at all. Like, I'm down to answer anything. I love talking about, like, my life and my experience and all that. That makes me sound, like, narcissistic. I don't care. I love talking about, like, the stuff that I do. So, ask away, man.
All right. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you, then? The craziest thing, like, that ever happened to you?
Releasing music.
Okay. Craziest experience with another person, like, what has another person tried to, like, have you ever been in a situation that was so uncomfortable?
I can't, nothing's coming to my mind. I've had a pretty like mellow life. Like, I haven't done crazy things, like, all throughout, like, high school, school, all my school years. Like, I've just been, like, a really good student and, like, kind of goody two shoes and all that stuff, and getting good grades and doing AP classes and stuff and focusing on college. And it's fine. I had my first boyfriend was, like, crazy, so, like, he would bring out, like, the wilder side in me and all that stuff. But I've never been in a situation where I was, uncomfortable or anything. I can't remember, at least. But, the craziest thing that's happened to me is probably releasing music and doing this podcast. Like, what's up?
Yeah. I don't know. But it was good having you on here. You're a very chill person. You're very mellow. It's easy to talk to you. You don't have... you didn't go off on me with any of the questions.
No. Those are questions that I was expecting, honestly.
Yeah. And I think this was a good podcast. I think it was real chill.
Definitely.
So, I don't know when you're busy or not, so maybe you just let me know when you want to play Fortnite in the Instagram or whatever, and we can do that.
Totally.
All right.
And I tried.
Oh, sorry.
I tried to play in Apex, and it was just a shit show. Because whenever I was being, like, shot at, I would press build, and I'm like, no, I can't build. So I was like, all right, I'm going after Fortnite.
Yeah, Apex Legends is very, very weird. Like, I've been playing it, and I was just like, I don't know if this is a game I can get into. It's like,
yeah, all of my friends love it. Like, I'm the only one out of my friend group who plays Fortnite. Everybody else plays, like, Warframe or Halo or Skyfall or Apex, but I'm just like, Fortnite's where it's at. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because I can build. Build.
Yeah, tell them again, because I can build.
Because I can build.
I use Builder Pro. Do you use Builder Pro, or do you use a different, like, control scheme? Like, do you just use
I use custom.
You use custom? Okay.
So it's basically just the same thing, but the way my reflexes work, I have to put the wall on L1 or L2, because usually it goes stair wall.
Yeah.
But I do wall stair. That's just pretty much it. That's just the way my reflexes work.
Hey, at least you mapped them to the way you can play, because most people, they just sit there and just, like, play it, and they don't even want to map it. Like, I love Builder Pro, because, you press circle, you know what I'm saying, and then you just, like, my reflexes work better that way, and it's just, I love Builder Pro. I just be like, I be having fun with Builder Pro. I'm not ever gonna lie.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing I really like about Fortnite is that you have to play so much so you know how best you play. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just set up your settings a certain way and then have it be that way forever, because then you're going to get better at it, and then you're going to realize, wait, if I put this button as this button, it's gonna be way better, you know, because I used to have stair wall, but then when I was being shot at, I would always build a stair, and then it would just mess everything else up. So I was like, okay, let me just switch the buttons around, so now I can actually do something, you know.
And then you move to your different materials. Like, I found that like putting like a metal wall and then like a wood or brick stair would be good enough because it'd take the enemy a while to break you down, like stuff like that.
Exactly.
I think that's what makes Fortnite interesting. It's like you really have to think about steps before you even get to the kill. It's not like Call of Duty. You just run around and point and you shoot that gun. It's like you really have to think about what your next move is. It's like playing chess in a way. In a way, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. No, exactly. And honestly, it's a big change for me too, because I would always just do like the bots on Call of Duty. I never really played online because I was like really young. You know, I didn't play that much either.
The bots are fun. The bots are fun.
The bots are so much fun, but it's hard because now that I'm playing online with actual real people that can actually think and do smart plays and like outthink me, whereas bots never did that.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's like you know, like these people are smart playing against me. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
But I think like Fortnite has got to make a server where it's with people of your similar skill.
They haven't done that yet, which is sad.
They got it. Like you can do that in arenas because, you know, you start off, you know, with everyone like being at a low level, you know, everybody's that's just starting to do arenas and it moves up. But they just gotta, because it just sucks because most of the time that I'm available to play is after 5 p.m. and that's when all the sweats get on. And I just play and I just get lasered, you know, like for no reason. Like I'm just standing there, they'll build up to me, like they'll build like a 5-star hole.
And then jump down and like, pop you with a shotgun. It's like
knocks. And it's like there's no need to do this. Just come down and play. You know
we should practice together in creative mode. Like just go in creative mode and practice.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
We gotta do that. I need that. I need to be trained, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Throw you some slurp juice and, you know?
Yeah.
Have a ball. We just kill each other for a couple of hours or whatever, how long. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it on my Twitch if you want, in my or my YouTube. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, so that'd be
Yeah, I watched some of your YouTube stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. Most people watch my YouTube and like write me off as a piece of crap. Like, cause
what?
No, I'm serious. Like most people are like, your YouTube channel is trash. I'm like, damn.
What?
I'm like, damn. I worked so hard.
Your YouTube channel, like what?
Okay, I want you to go check out. It's a recent video I uploaded. I don't know if you heard of Rich Brian. He's like an Asian rapper.
So fight the feeling cause I'm yellow.
Okay. So I reacted to that and I reacted to his newest song, Kids, which is amazing. Like I reviewed that song because I do like music reviews and reactions. So, man, when I tell you I was really bumping that, I was like in my mom's in my vibe. I was like, oh, okay. You know, the song is amazing, man. Do you think you can inspire people with your music in that way? Like, do you feel like you can bring that out of them? Bring that? Is that your end goal, to like really make people like souls mend in a way?
That would be amazing if I could inspire people through my music. I don't really know how I'm gonna grow into a songwriter. Right now, I'm just writing like love songs pretty much, and songs about love and feelings that love gives you. I definitely don't want to do that forever because that gets old pretty fast. But right now, that's like my biggest inspiration that I have to talk about. So right now I'm sticking to that, but hopefully in the future my songwriting skills develop to a place where I can actually say something meaningful and have an impact on people's lives and change their lives even. But right now my goal is to just make music that sounds good and like feel good music like Bozzy. You know, he's not saying like meaningful things that are changing people's lives out there, but he really just makes me feel so good. Like when I listen to his voice and like the beat and just how everything is together, it's just so good. And that's honestly what I'm trying to do right now, is just get people to vibe, you know?
That's cool. Where are you from?
So I was born in Uruguay, which is next to Argentina, for people who don't know. I came here when I was 4, and I've lived my whole life in Rhode Island, in Bristol, Rhode Island.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to 401.
Okay.
And then I moved up here, for college for the past 3 years.
I was in Minnesota at one point. Right now I'm in Tennessee.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Soon I'm moving to Arizona, but I mean, I'm not really gonna miss the South that much. It's not that it's not bad though. It's just yeah. It's not a lot of opportunity for what I'm doing here. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel that.
Yeah, but other than that, because I don't know if you heard, like Tennessee is like the country music capital of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
something like that.
It really is. Like I hear country music every time I work at the hospital and stuff, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of country music.
Yeah, me either. I mean, that Old Town Road song was okay.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, I didn't like it as much as everybody else.
But see, that's got pop influences though. Pop influences.
Oh yeah.
Can't let go of those, you know.
That's true. All right. Here's another pop influence that a lot of people tend to write off here and there, and his name is, well, I feel like the new young people write him off, but I feel like people who grew up in the 90s, maybe even younger, understand this person's influence, and his name is Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
I feel like people write him off a lot. Good. I feel like people write him off though. Do you think that's true? Like, I feel like people just like Justin Timberlake, his music, what? Yeah, I'm like, this dude was good. He had NSYNC. He went off and made a great solo career.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with you people? Yeah.
I just honestly think that people just want new. They just want new. And Justin Timberlake, he had his fame, he had his peak.
He had his time. And he
released the album Man in the Woods or something. That really turned people off a little bit too, just because it wasn't the typical Justin Timberlake. But honestly, people have to recognize that Justin Timberlake like changed the game.
Yeah, he did.
Especially
for his time, he changed everything.
He did. He really did. He put so much emphasis on the production of his music, and that really set the tone for where we are now. Like literally now, music is, if it's fair to say, like 60-40 production singer. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's more about the
there's
production.
Some rappers
you can have a beautiful voice. Yeah, you can have a beautiful voice, but if the beat isn't what people like, then nobody's gonna listen to it again. You know what I mean?
Some rappers. How do you feel about the current rap scene? How do you feel about it?
So,
be completely honest. Just be completely honest.
No, I think it's not my style. I do listen to some of it, just the ones that have a more melodic pop influence to it. Like I don't listen to just straight trap, rapping about, nonsense that everyone knows that they're not doing. Yeah. But if it has like a nice melody and it's catchy, like the album Without Warning with 21 Savage and Travis Scott and Migos. Yeah, that album is very melodic. Like Ghostface Killer's Rap Save Me, very melodic. And I vibe with that, because I can also kind of sing along to it, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm not very gravitated towards things that I can't sing along with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Lil Nas' new album. Yeah. Love it.
It's good?
You know what I mean?
I haven't even heard it. I haven't even heard it.
It's very good. It's not, I wouldn't say it's hip hop. Trap though. You gotta listen to it.
It's something like completely different?
Yeah, every song is different. And that's honestly what I want to do with my music too. Like, I don't want you to hear the same song come out from me. You know what I mean? Like every
versatile.
song is gonna have a different sound. Yes, definitely. Just because I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have a whole I have the whole internet to find beats, to find music. Like, why wouldn't I experiment? Why would I release songs that sound the same? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to other people, because if you find your style and you fuck with it and people fuck with it, good for you. But if I listen, I don't even know what my sound is yet, so I'm definitely gonna keep experimenting, and just making a song for everyone.
That's cool. I like that. But R.I.P. XXX Tentacion. R.I.P. Lil P.
Oh my god, man. I love him so much.
He was so. I think he honestly would have been one of the greatest of our generation too. To be honest.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
He was amazing.
No doubt about it.
It's crazy how he went to like the typical like trap rap and then completely evolved. Like he made a complete turn on everyone. Everyone thought he was just gonna be another rapper,
Yup, another SoundCloud rapper. Yep.
And he was knocking Drake off the charts. That's something that he was knocking Adele off the. When you knock a pop artist off the charts that gets billions of views, you got something to worry about. He was doing his thing. He was killing it. And I was like, man, so much people was calling him weird and hating on him, but as soon as he died,
Yeah. And he was killing it and still is killing it, and because there's still so much music that's left to be released, and he's still releasing music. He just released a song called Royalty. He's only featured on it. I don't know if you heard it, but that song is so good.
I heard it was good.
He's been releasing. So good. He does so many. He does pop, he does ballads. So good.
I'm also in school too, by the way, but I haven't actually I left for a minute and now I'm going back and I got all my grants and scholarships and stuff all out the way and fixed.
Cool.
I'm going back. I actually don't know what I want to do. Like I'm actually still in my prereqs because I missed a year, so I never got to the stage where I got an associate's. But
gotcha.
I mean,
you should go into marketing.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I think I'm good with like social media and marketing and like creating content. Maybe I can get into like video editing, just as a backup. On top of
there is so much like work to be done with that. Like if you go into marketing or business or both, if they have a dual program like that, so good. Like there's so like, especially now, it's a huge growing field. Like you're gonna get a job like no matter what.
Yeah. And I thought about engineering too, because everyone's like, man, you're really good with computers. Like, because I build PCs and stuff just for fun. Like I take out parts and stuff like that.
Whoa, that's cool.
So it's like people are like, man, don't you think you should like do something with computers? Like, and I was like, I considered it because like I used to repair people's stuff for free. When I found out this guy down the street, he's charging $500 to do it. I'm like, man, I could have been doing this just, but hey, I didn't know. I was just like really into it,
Yeah. You gotta remember, you can always do more than one thing too, so you don't even have to decide, Yeah,
that's the thing. People think, oh, you gotta do one thing, and if you don't do this one thing, you're screwed. No, do multiple things. Do multiple things and just allocate your time wisely,
Yep. Especially like if you do like research into like a major that you want to do.
Yeah.
If you like, especially for business, you can do anything with business.
That's what
you
I
can
heard.
Do anything.
That's what I heard. Like you can do anything with a business degree, pretty much.
Exactly.
Like, and get paid more. Yeah.
Exactly. And then if you get a job and you want to go further with that job, then you go get your master's in that specific field.
Yeah, shout out to my friend Anthony. I know you watch my videos. Yeah,
shout out Anthony. Listen to my song, your girl.
He's working on his master's right now. I'm so proud of him. He's going through pharmacy school and everything. I don't know all the details, but I know he told me he wants to get his master's, saving up.
That's awesome. Pharmacy is a huge growing field too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
All right, you said you have to go. I don't want to keep you.
Yeah, I do have to go. But if you want to hop on a podcast, or we could play the game later, or whenever you're not busy, I don't mind. free because I'm off Sunday. So if you can do something Sunday, I mean, that'd be cool. We can play some Fortnite. Do you still have Apex on your PS4?
Yeah.
Okay, we can play Apex. We play it together.
I'm trash at it.
Even though we're both trash. We're both trash. So
Alright, cool.
Alright. Send me your PS game.
Alright.
Peace.
Alright, man. Thanks so much. This is so cool.
No problem.
Let me know. Let me get it's an ice cream truck. Oh my god. I was like, what is that?
I need an ice cream truck. I love ice cream. I miss ice cream.
I know. Alright, let me get a screenshot because can I do like some promo on this podcast?
Oh,
like let people know that I'm doing a podcast? Definitely. Alright, let me get like close for the camera.
Okay.
Hey, alright, so I'm gonna be posting this shit. And then you like let me know like your progress, you know, like we'll stay in touch and all that stuff.
And I'll let you know when I release it and everything. Go ahead and put it on your Instagram or whatever you want to, and just go ahead and tell people, you know, and say, hey, this episode's coming out soon, and then I'll give you the date when it actually like comes out. It's gonna be on IGTV first too, by the way. So.
Ooh, nice.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you so much for asking me to do this.
No problem.
Alright, I look forward to hearing it.
Alright.
And I look forward to playing, alright?
Oh yeah.
Bye. Listen to my song.
Oh yeah, I do. I have to listen to your song. Is it on your YouTube?
It's in my link in my bio.
Okay, it's in your link.
You can choose anything you want to listen off.
Okay, cool.
Alright, man.
All right.
Bye.